You have no idea the kind of month I've had. I've been having these hallucinations, like George Michael in my living room, which means I've either got the best pay-per-view service ever or an inoperable brain aneurysm. Turns out, my luck, it's B. If I didn't take the news well, my fiance took it even worse. It's not so much that we've been fighting, but there's been fighting around us. This kind of craziness is exactly what ruined my parents' relationship, too. My dad had the same aneurysm. It wasn't exactly a picnic for those of us around him, but I'm not crazy. There are some people who think that these visions mean that I'm some kind of, I hate this part, modern-day prophet, and I should be using my law degree to improve the world. So there you have it. Hallucinations, aneurysm, prophet, relationship on the rocks. Either way, very bad karma for you to take my convertible.
Your little sob story over? Because I gotta take the car now.
It's not just a car, it's who I am.
Apparently it's who you were.
It's who I could still be if you just put my car down.
That's the problem, pal. Technically, it's not your car. The firm paid the lease, and the firm doesn't want to pay anymore. Ipso facto, car goes backo.
You're using ipso facto wrong.
Not helping your case.
Come on, let me keep it one more day. I'll give you $50 cash.
Seems to me, a real prophet, he would have seen this coming.
You look terrible.
Good morning to you too, Patty.
You're gonna be late for another staff meeting.
I get a prize for that?
Yeah, I think they call it a pink slip.
Would have been on time, but Jordan had my car repossessed. I had to take 2 buses and a BART train to get here. Ever take the bus? Stop for everybody.
He took your company car, what did you used to call it?
My Millennium Falcon.
And you used to make those shooting sounds when you change lanes?
Oh.
Yeah, that. That's the one less thing to bug the hell out of me about you.
My practice is changing, whether Jordan likes it or not. He's not gonna break me, Patty.
Well, your engagement party is breaking me. I just finished color coding 150 RSVPs because your fiance isn't happy with a simple yes or no.
Did I mention what a great job you're doing with that?
Doesn't she have her own assistant?
Come on, it's a whole bonding thing for you two. Anyway, her assistant's busy doing, you know.
Her job?
And the morning's complete.
Matt Dow's out of town taking depots. Someone needs to fill in to argue Emotion and Lemonade for his Ket Wilder case, and I need you to back my play.
I don't know anything about Ket Wilder.
It's a motion to suppress, and it doesn't matter. I just need to win it. After last week's fiasco, I just need to get back up on the horse and take a second bite at the apple.
I'm not sure how my supporting you getting in over your head is going to help with your metaphors.
Eli, seriously, I can smell it. I need a win, or I'm going to get pushed out the door. Help me out.
And although the firm has acquired 2 new Fortune 500 clients, associate billables are off 0.5% from last quarter. The partners are concerned.
Sir, many of us are already staying here overnight and sleeping on cots.
Ah, make a note to remove the cots from the offices. That should get those billables right up. Kidding. Or not. You decide.
We still need someone to step up and assist with the Ket Wilder matter.
Oh, I'd like to step up and handle that, sir.
Who are you, and why are you at my table?
Maggie Decker. I'm fully versed on the case, and I've enlisted Mr. Stone to back me up.
Really? Perhaps this is a step in the right direction, Mr. Stone. I hate you.
Sure took the damn sweet time getting here, didn't you, soldier?
Why are you talking to me? My visions don't talk to me.
Private Swain's pinned down and taking heavy fire.
What?
We're gonna have to advance on that ridge. Private Swain's counting on us.
Who's Private Swain?
The next casualty in his war, unless we do something, soldier!
I dropped this. The sucker sure can roll, huh?
He climbed under the conference table. Last week he tried to tackle you. His caseload is at 10% of what it should be. I'm telling you, whatever we are doing to rehabilitate this guy.
We've taken away his car. We've slashed his expense account. Trust me, Eli will reclaim his rainmaker status momentarily.
Why should we have to pay him during his drought?
We've been through this. It's built into the autism case settlement last month. We can't fire him.
I found a loophole.
Impossible. The settlement language is impenetrable. Eli redlined it himself.
Obviously, we can't be expected to continue to employ someone who is mentally or physically ill or under the influence of drugs or alcohol.
Except Eli's not any of those things.
There's really only one way to find out for sure, isn't there?
This has got to stop. I mean, they were all staring at me like I was Carrie at the prom. You know, sissy Spacek covered in pig's blood, At her prom? Get it on Netflix. Anyway, the point is, I'm giving new meaning to the term office faux pas.
One of the first things a prophet sacrifices is his ego.
I'm a lawyer. I'm not a prophet. Would it help if I wrote it down for you?
You'd rather think of yourself as a dude who's losing his mind rather than a messenger of God.
Absolutely. Is that still an option?
Not if you want this latest vision to stop. Look at what happened the last 2 times. You take the right case, the visions stop.
Well, that's what I thought, but I checked the firm's client roster. There's no private Swain. There's no Swain Private Financial Group. There's no Swain. I even spelled it 3 different ways.
I don't think it's as easy as running a computer search, Eli. Moses didn't have Google, you know?
You play the Moses card a lot.
I'm just saying, if the soldier wants you to take a ridge, maybe that's where the answers are.
That would sound more convincing without if and maybe.
Vision interpretation isn't an exact science, Eli. But everything will reveal itself in time. You've got to have...
Don't finish that sentence.
I don't believe it. My own fiancée double-booked me.
She's just running a little late, Mr. Stone.
I'm running a little late. Our meeting should have finished half an hour ago.
Oh, you know how these custody fights drag on. Poor kid.
Thanks, Emily.
Oh, sure.
They still publish Bloom County? I love that comic. I'm a sucker for talking penguins. Well, that's grim. That's what 10-year-olds are reading these days, I guess.
I'm 12.
Oh. Well, you won't mind if I borrow the funnies then, will you? It's gonna be okay.
No offense, but you don't know what you're talking about.
It's fair enough.
Thank you very much. Brian, you have to stop reading that stuff.
I want to go home. Are you done yet?
Soon, I promise. Just hang tight for a sec. Where are the restrooms? Down at the end of the hall.
Who's that?
The reason we're not having lunch. Custody battle.
And she's in the Army.
National Guard, actually. She's serving a tour in Iraq. Why?
Say you're representing her, Taylor. Please tell me that.
No, I've got the father. Look, I know it's not the best week for this, but the case is simple and therefore quick. Mrs. Swain is a private in active duty. No court is going to grant her custody. What's wrong?
Nothing. It's just the woman you're up against in court is Private Swain.
Do you get here early so you can lie in wait by the elevators? Oh my God, you do.
We need to prep our motions in 2 days.
Our motion?
The one you're gonna help me win? You understand this is do or die for me, right?
Right. Where do I send the flowers?
Aha! Hilarious. I pulled the relevant cases, law review articles, and I've got your trial advocacy seminar from last summer. Looks like someone's lost some weight.
Desperation disguised as flattery.
You know, you'll miss me if I'm gone.
I doubt it, but let's find out. You go that way.
Here, try not to get a hernia.
What is all this stuff?
Budget and contract for your engagement gala.
I think gala's a little bit of an exaggeration.
150 guests, a 12-piece orchestra, 3 ice sculptures. That's a gala. Look it up.
Larry Conover didn't call back?
He says he doesn't want to need your help on his case, and no way is he telling you which courtroom it's in.
Call Taylor's assistant and find out
Done. They're in Judge Sims' court this morning.
Patty, is your enthusiasm in any way related to me telling you that I may be going up against Taylor in court this week?
Well, what's a gala without fireworks?
Right. Did you get those cases I needed?
Winston, Barron, Potter, all on your chair.
Eli Stone?
Yeah.
You've been served.
Jordan wants me to take a physical.
And a drug test. This might be the first time the partners have done something I understand.
Why won't you let me help, Larry?
You mean other than the fact that you stole Beth Keller from me?
I'm not going to steal this client from you. I want to be co-counsel.
Why? Did you nail this one back in college, too?
How did you... And did you really just say nail?
Ms. Keller told me all about your dorm room afternoon delight when she fired me.
Which I feel badly about. And as part of my mea culpa, I'm offering my legal expertise.
Which I'm declining. The answer is no. I'll see you. Never. Hopefully.
The court can't grant sole custody to a parent working in a war zone 7,400 miles away.
That's a lie, Your Judge. I mean, Honor.
She's on limited leave, Your Honor. She goes back to Iraq by week's end.
And if it may please the court, that would not be the case if you... when you grant my client sole custody.
The military isn't granting hardship discharges except in the case of extreme hardship and, well, when there's a second parent ready, willing, and able to assume custody, that's simply not the case.
Mr. Conover, I'm not granting sole custody to a parent who, by virtue of her military service, can't care for her child. Mr. Conover? Hello?
Well, Your Honor, do the names Winston, Barra, and Potter mean anything to you?
Not at all.
In that case, Your Judgeship, my co-counsel, Mr. Stone, can speak to that point.
What the hell are you doing, Eli?
Your Honor, I direct the court's attention to the discharge applications of soldiers Lisa Winston, Scott Barra, Douglas Potter.
Do you know her? Did you go to college with her, too?
I'm his fiancé.
All guard
Is there
personnel
any woman you haven't
who in
slept
similar
with?
situations who were granted...
Those aren't ruling precedent. The military makes these determinations case by case.
All that we're asking is for Specialist Swain to have her day in court, which happens to be one of the rights she's been fighting to preserve for all of us.
Fair enough. We'll proceed with the custody hearing, and I'll stay my ruling pending disposition of the hardship discharge application.
Honey, I can explain.
Don't honey me, Eli.
We've got a problem.
Mr. Stone, I would like to discharge Mr. Conover and hire you.
See?
But we're co-counsel.
I can't afford 2 attorneys, and even if I could, I'm sorry, Larry, you're a sweet man, but I need a lawyer who's not sweet.
You know, this can't be a good trend for my practice.
What the hell are you thinking? I mean, if you want to spend more time with me, this is not the way to do it.
I know, and I'm so sorry. I didn't want to take the case, but I had no choice.
My dad made you take it?
No, not your dad. I can't explain it, and I know my timing couldn't be worse.
The case was supposed to be over, Eli. I was going to spend the rest of this week preparing for our engagement party. Now I'm going to spend it fighting you in court.
What are you worried about? You're 4-2 against me.
5-2.
You're counting Hilty as a win?
Hung jury goes to the defendant. Honestly, is it some passive-aggressive way of ruining our engagement party?
Ruining? No, this will be totally romantic. You remember the grand trial?
I remember spanking your ass in court.
You remember what happened outside of court?
Adversarial sex. Eli, this case is important to me. Okay, it's why I took it pro bono. This kid belongs with his father. And besides, I'm not sure your self-esteem can recover from 2 and 6.
I can recover if you can. I need a ride. Your dad took my car.
Get in.
Well, you're totally screwed. They want a CAT scan, an MRI. Can you fight it?
If I oppose a subpoena, the partners will know there's something wrong.
Eli, they watched you climb under a conference table during a staff meeting. That particular ship may have sailed. Besides, maybe this is all for the best.
What? Going public with my aneurysm? Losing my job, my malpractice insurance, my career?
Dad didn't know about his aneurysm. He drank his life away. Now you can be different. You can do something.
I'm doing what I want to do. The only thing that stops me from thinking I'm turning into Dad is going into work every day, and I need you to help me keep doing it.
Oh, no.
What? We used to forge Mom's signature all the time.
In junior high. Okay, and this isn't a note to get you out of gym class.
A month ago, you didn't know about my aneurysm. Just pretend it's a month ago.
I am not risking my license to try and help you save yours, okay? And maybe this cutting back on work, maybe this isn't such a bad thing.
So you're not going to help me?
Eli, I am helping you.
Iraq changed everything. Felicia, her unit got called up 24 months ago. She came back on leave, and I don't know who this woman is anymore. She wants to separate. She wants a divorce. Fine.
Brian's grades are dropping. He ditches school. He runs away. 2 full nights, his father had no idea where he was.
Which could have just as easily have happened if Felicia was home.
My son is at risk. He needs a stable, competent parent in his life, and he needs it now.
Your witness.
So you're saying Brian doesn't already have a stable, competent parent in his life?
I'm saying he needs his mother.
Not if his mother's suffering from post-traumatic...
Objection. Assuming facts not in evidence.
Sustained.
Specialist Swain, have you ever been...
Objection.
Objection to what? I didn't even get my question out.
Your Honor, she was going to ask if my client has ever been treated for post-traumatic stress issues.
Just because this once he happened to guess what I was going to say does not give him the right
Knock it off, you two, or get a room. Now, I understand you're both under a lot of pressure with your big engagement gala.
Why does everyone keep calling it a gala?
Bottom line, keep your personal mishigas out of my courtroom, or I'll find other attorneys for your clients.
It's gonna be fine, okay? All you have to do is answer whatever questions you get asked. Don't worry, because no one's gonna ask you who you want to be with. Just tell the truth. It's the easiest thing to remember.
Does my dad have to be there?
Yes. That's his right, Brian.
Hey, listen, sweetie. Why don't you go find yourself a snack?
We have a kitchen downstairs. A lot of junk food.
Go easy. It would have been nice to know that you were engaged to my husband's attorney before I hired you.
I was gonna mention it, but you fired Larry so quickly, and believe me, you're getting my A game here.
Oh, by the way, did you look at the phone bills?
Phone bills?
Yeah, I gave them to Larry. There was a 911 call from the house. That kind of thing never happened when I was home.
Hey, why are you sitting at my desk?
I'm getting a feel for it. Plus, Cat Wilder motion. You shepherding me? None of this rings a bell?
It does, sadly. I was just trying a wish it away kind of thing.
Yeah. It didn't work.
Look, I'm already in the process of disappointing 2 women this week, so...
I heard.
You heard or you snooped?
I inquired. You, your fiancé, arguing in front of Judge Sims. And not just arguing, but arguing.
Look, I have some real, actual work to do,
I need a
so-
strategy for my motion. Do I rope-a-dope or go for the straight knockout?
Well, whatever you do, keep it brief.
Brief. Right. Succinct. I'm all about brevity.
Mm-hmm.
I need to go cut 15 pages out of my filing.
Private, we gotta take that ring! You keep saying that! Why? Those are our orders. I'll cover for you! All right, listen up. I'm gonna lay down cover fire, and then you follow me. On my count. You got it? Haven't I engaged enough? Why don't you just tell me what's going on? Incoming! It's a grenade! Pick it up and throw it, Private! Pick it up? You pick it up! I'm imagining you picking it up! This is so not real!
Eli, what are you doing under my desk?
Patty, I was just unplugging the... It's better. Could you get Dr. Chen for me?
Yeah, I'm thinking I should just go ahead and put him on speed dial. Yeah.
This shouldn't be happening. I enlisted. I'm saving Private Swain through litigation. So why did my office just turn back into Iwo Jima?
I never said that's exactly how it works.
Yes, you did. You said if I took the case, there'd be a ceasefire.
Well, obviously I was wrong.
Would have been nice to know before I sued my fiancée.
Maybe there's more to this vision than just case. Wouldn't be the first time. How about a little acupuncture to bring some clarity?
Okay. This time better be free. I'm still mad at you. And I used up the 10 sessions covered by my insurance.
Relax, Chloe.
What's with the accent? There's no one else here.
Habit, get me in the mood.
We gotta get McCullen off that ridge.
Who's McCullen?
Nazis. The Nazis got him trapped.
Are we playing war? Cool.
Hurley! Dixon, lay down cover.
What should I do, Dad?
Private Stone, listen to me. You stay here, you don't move, and you suppress fire. Do you understand me? I'll move on McCullen. On 3.
Dad?
You're all good, man.
Dad?
What happened? Hey, what'd you see?
This was a mistake.
The worst part? I guess it's being worried all the time. Being worried that something happened to my mom. Sometimes it's all I can think about.
So what do you do? There must be someone in your life that you can lean on.
Objection. Leading.
He's a minor, Your Honor.
I'll allow it.
My dad, he's around. He's the only one there.
Thanks, Brian.
Brian, let's talk about the times you didn't want to talk to your dad. September 24th. Was that one of the times that you ran away?
Yeah. My dad and I had a fight.
Seems like a little more than a fight from your phone records.
Objection, I haven't heard anything about phone records.
Counsel has access to the same phone records I do. I just obtained them before court this morning.
You two could be your own reality show. Continue, Mr. Stone.
September 24th, Brian. Did you call 911? Did you call 911 and hang up? It's okay if you did. People do it all the time.
Yeah, I dialed by mistake.
On the same night you ran away from home. What happened on that night, Brian? Brian, you know, we're all here to figure out what's best for you. Okay? Everyone in this room. You understand that, right?
I guess.
Brian, you need to tell the truth about why you called 911.
I did it because I was hurt.
How'd you get hurt? Somebody hurt you? Where'd you get those bruises, Brian?
Brian! Brian, don't.
Ask the court to instruct the respondent to remain seated, or I'll do it with my own hands, Your Honor.
Sit down, Mr. Swain.
Your Honor, we'd like to take a short recess, please.
Not until I get an answer. Brian, who did this to you?
My dad.
Why didn't you say something?
I thought maybe I was being paranoid. I didn't want to believe that Robert was capable of that.
Brian's okay. The doctor's looking at him right now. There'll probably be a criminal investigation. The good news is, I think you'll be getting full custody. I can't see that going any other way right now.
You stupid.
I only got the phone records this morning.
It's a breach of ethics, bringing something like this.
You're just angry because you found out you're representing a bad guy.
You don't know anything about my client.
Well, hey, Bill, Sheila.
Hey, so glad you guys made it.
I want to see you on the dance floor, pal. I know that your client beats his son. Nice.
Those bruises could have been from skateboarding, football. I spoke to his coach at school. He told me he gets 3 kids a week, sends them to the nurse with bruises exactly like this.
The 12-year-old kid is a liar. That's your defense?
I told you taking this case this week was going to be a disaster.
Okay, maybe I could have given you more of a heads up.
Is that an apology?
For taking the case, sure, but not for revealing this guy for the slime.
Eli, is that an apology?
Yes. I'm sorry.
Listen, about the other day. Are we good?
Why wouldn't we be? I mean, it's not like you wouldn't do something for me that if the positions were reversed, I would totally do for you, because that's what being brothers means.
Okay, so long as you're not holding on to your resentment.
What the hell is she doing here?
Who's that?
That's Beth Keller, former client, autism case. We knew each other.
Oh, wait, Beth? Brunette Beth from UCLA? The Beth that was your first... at-bat? Wow! Who didn't you invite?
I didn't invite her. I didn't even see the list. I have no idea how I'm gonna kill her. Justifiable homicide.
Hi.
Beth, I'm so glad you could make it.
Oh, thanks. I was a little surprised to get the invitation, but...
How's Ben?
He's good. He's good. I got him in a new school. Yay. Tell me the truth. Is it a little bit weird that I'm here?
What? No. No, it's absolutely not. It's not weird at all.
I'm Nate. Eli's brother. The one that's not completely lame.
I'm sorry. Beth, Nate, Beth.
Hi.
You know what? You guys should dance. Seriously. He's got mad skills on the dance floor.
Mad.
Skills? Wow.
What the hell were you thinking?
I was expressing my opinion. I thought you should be aware of what else is out there.
At my engagement party.
Well, it's not like I invited her to your wedding.
You think I'm letting you have anything to do with the wedding?
Mission accomplished.
We love you, honey. Oh, dear. I'm sorry. I promised your father I wasn't going to cry. So I think I'm just going to give you the mic now.
My daughter is an amazing young woman. She has made me so happy and proud every single day of her life. And we couldn't be more pleased that she has found someone who appears to do the same for her. I have presided over many mergers over the years.
Soldier! Get down here! Good job, soldier. We got that ridge. We did? Good, because I got an engagement party to get back to. That's the rally point. We took the ridge and that was a rally point? You know George Michael, he usually just shows up and sings. It's a whole lot safer. I'm gonna pop some smoke. You make a run for it. It'll be all right. Go! Go!
So, best engagement party ever? Huh? Anyone? No? Hey, Nate, why don't you go make some coffee? That's a great idea.
I'm sorry.
Don't apologize. Is this what it was like with your father?
A little. I don't recall him diving into any pastries.
Like we don't have enough problems this week.
I am sorry, Taylor, for all of it.
Yeah, so am I. I should get back to my parents. Sure, they're wondering what happened in the emergency room.
What did you tell them?
Commitment makes you faint. You wouldn't be the first guy.
You okay?
Not accounting for the fact that I demolished what was supposed to be one of the best nights of her life, I'm doing pretty good. Am I gonna be the worst husband ever?
Fortunately, Dad already locked up that title.
Why do you think Mom stayed?
She loved him.
All right, here you go.
Engagement present.
You gonna sign my physical now? After what you just saw?
I heard what Taylor said about whether this is like what Dad was like, and it's not. You are not him, Eli. You're my brother, and I'm not gonna let you become like him. And to prove it, I'm going out on a limb with you.
I gotta do something. At 10:30? I usually only make appointments during business hours.
And I don't usually dive headfirst into cakes, especially at my own engagement party. Turns out denial's not just a river, it's also a lousy coping strategy.
You want to finish the flashback?
No, but I need to. Can't afford not to. Come on, you want me to paint you a target?
Eli, what happened?
Give me the gun. You'll get in trouble. Give me the gun. I'll tell him it was me.
Good boy, son.
I took the gun.
What gun?
My dad shot a hole in the wall during one of his episodes. I took the gun from him and told my mom and the police that I did it.
You lied to protect him? That's not something a parent should ask any child to do, Eli.
He didn't ask. He didn't have to. I didn't want to lose him or have my mom kick him out.
It's too much responsibility for a child, Eli, to lie to the police.
You're right. No child should be put in that position. Private Swain, we need to talk. I think there's a chance, a strong possibility, that your husband and your son are perpetuating a fraud on the court.
Perpetuating a fraud?
The both of them. The bruises, the abuse claims, the angry denials. They're lying to get the judge to give you custody. You get sole custody, you get discharged, and you won't have to go back to Iraq. You know, it sounds crazy, because it is. They could not be making a bigger mistake. The DSS is recommending criminal charges against Robert. He could go to jail.
I know.
You know what?
All of it.
You know.
Everything I said up there on that stand was true. Brian is falling apart. And I can't reassure him anymore because every day I'm over there, my odds of coming home alive get worse.
Alicia, there are options, legal avenues.
I've been down them all, over and over. I have petitioned my sergeant, my commander, my congressman, and my president for a discharge. They don't care.
So, you filed for divorce and went after sole custody.
We had to make it look real, like a family in distress. After all my letters, we knew they'd be suspicious.
So, you came up with abuse?
It was our only way out. Brian banged himself up pretty bad on his skateboard one day, and so while Robert was putting ice on the bruises, the whole thing just came to him.
And then they came to you?
It took me a couple of days to come around, but eventually we called lawyers.
Who you proceeded to lie to. You took advantage of me.
Doesn't feel very good, does it?
Your son committed perjury. And Robert, does he understand the sacrifice he's making? He could go to prison.
The way he sees it, eventually he'll get out. But I may never come home.
I still have to deliver my closing argument tomorrow, and I can't knowingly lie to the court.
Mr. Stone, nothing has changed. I hired you because I need you. To fight for me, to fight for my son, for my family.
This case is about family. It's about these two parents and their precious boy, not about Iraq. I will point out that all we have are the emotional accusations of a very troubled boy. That evidence tells us that Brian Swain needs help. From his father, from his mother, from every one of us here.
She's absolutely right. Brian could be lying. Those bruises could be from a fall, from a fight with another kid, skateboarding accident. Because as Miss Weathersby said, the only thing we know with absolute certainty is that Brian Swain is in crisis. And he's been in crisis since his mother shipped off to a war without end. Now, Brian is either being abused by his father, or he's lying. Either way, that father's not getting the job done. Brian needs his mom. Whether you agree that Felicia Swain promised to serve indefinitely or not, she volunteered to join the Guard. Brian Swain didn't. Whatever happens, you're still the best lawyer I know.
Nice try.
About the party.
Not now, Eli. Never gonna stop, is it? The craziness.
I don't know.
The judge has a decision.
The standard in this case is the best interest of the child. I can't in good conscience award custody to a parent who is under the shadow of an allegation of abuse. Therefore, Brian Swain will be placed in the care of his mother. The court will advise the California National Guard of our ruling, and I expect that Felicia Swain will be discharged from her service with all deliberate speed.
Please stand up, Mr. Swain. Hands behind your back.
Wanted to see me, sir?
Come in. I got your physician's report. Congratulations on a clean bill of health. I noticed the examining physician's name is also Stone. Small world.
Microscopic, sir.
Perhaps it was a mistake for me to assume that if I took away your car, your expense account...
My chair. You also took my chair. It was ergonomic.
Seems petty and wrong to assume that the removal of a few perks would have you towing the line like a recalcitrant puppy. Listen, Eli, whatever crisis you may be going through, your effect on this firm will be marginal. Your effect on my daughter, however...
I love Taylor. I would never do anything to hurt her.
Look at that. Common ground. With that in mind, I'm going to ask you once. And if I find out you're lying to me, it will forever alter our relationship. Is there something really wrong with you?
No, sir. I'm perfectly healthy, just like the form says. Now, are we done? Because I kind of have a bus to catch.
Yes, we're done.
Another bread maker. What is it about us that says we love bread? Guilty conscience, huh?
Still feel bad about the party.
Is that it? Or do you feel guilty that Robert's going to jail even though all he was trying to do was protect his wife?
How did you... I mean, why would you think...
You didn't condemn him. You condemned the situation. You were threading the needle because you knew something.
Privilege.
How about that boy? True love, huh? Can you imagine doing that for someone?
Yeah. I did something like that for my dad once. I used to wonder, why didn't Dad just leave, you know? Why do you have to stay? Make our life suck so much.
You're not your father, Eli.
I know. He stayed. And inflicted himself on us. I don't think I can do that to someone else. Or God forbid, a family. I guess what I'm saying is...
No. No, don't do this, Eli. Look at me. This is simple. Do you love me?
You know that I do. But I can't put you through what my dad put us through. Love you too much for that.
Maybe you just don't love me enough.
This is the right thing to do.
Yeah. That sure feels right, doesn't it?
Greg,